A police officer shot and killed in a confrontation.
An actor opened fire on the marked vehicle, striking Officer Santiago, who was still sitting in the passenger vehicle, in the head. Officer Santiago, shortly afterwards, was pronounced deceased at the Jersey City Medical Center.
You're watching the most shocking and informative LRJ TV News.
Hello, I'm LRJ from LRJ TV. Once again, it happened. Let's not waste no more time. Let's go.
Difficult day for the Jersey City Police Department this morning. We've seen a number of officers showing up at the hospital here after getting the news that fellow officer Melvin Santiago was shot and killed in the line of duty this morning. The mayor telling us that Officer Santiago showed up with his partner to a Walgreens store this morning after getting a call about an armed robbery. As they got to the scene, the suspect in this case opened fire, shooting Officer Santiago in the head, and that bullet wound is what ended up killing him. We're also told by the mayor that the suspect in this case was later shot by police, pronounced dead at the scene. But take a look at this video. A massive police presence at the Walgreens earlier this morning at the corner of Communipaw Avenue and Kennedy Boulevard. There were multiple SWAT teams from the Hudson County Sheriff's Office as well as Jersey City sweeping the building, making sure that there weren't any additional suspects in the building there this morning. Now, the mayor says that the suspect actually stole the gun, the weapon used to kill Officer Santiago. He stole that weapon from an armed guard who was inside the Walgreens at the time of this standoff. Take a listen.
Upon arriving at the scene, an actor opened fire on the marked vehicle, striking Officer Santiago, who was still sitting in the passenger vehicle, in the head. Officer Santiago, shortly afterwards, was pronounced deceased at the Jersey City Medical Center. Ensuing officers exchanged fire with the actor, striking him, and he was announced dead at the scene.
Now, witnesses described what followed as a hostage situation inside of the pharmacy. They say that there were a number of employees and customers inside of the building at the time. They witnessed them being escorted, rushed out of the building by armed guards and armed SWAT teams as well. The mayor does tell us, though, that there were a number of surveillance cameras inside of that Walgreens pharmacy, and they'll certainly be using that video to piece this investigation together. But again, this morning, Officer Melvin Santiago shot and killed in the line of duty this morning. The suspect accused of shooting him was also killed later on in a shootout by a SWAT team.
Well, what is my opinion about this? I remember growing up, I'm not sure who it was, but it was an older guy. He was talking to me about a bird. And I really wasn't understanding and knowing did I care to discuss birds, but he was saying there was an ostrich and this bird would put his head into the sand. When it feared anything or it felt threatened, it will put his head there because it don't want to see anything. But what this bird failed to realize is the biggest part of his body is sticking out for everyone to see. So many of these police departments across America have been terrorizing people for no apparent reason because of their income levels. And people now don't care. They're now attacking officers. The officers are now under attack. And the police departments are being a bird by putting their heads in the sand. If you want to stop the slaying of your officers, it is time for you to take action against those officers who put other officers' lives in danger. Yes, the officer was gunned down and killed, shot in the head. But in his death, he did donate his organs to people to give life. That's quite rare for most police officers. And I've already said this, I think it was early on in my video last year, around November of last year. This is not going to be news anymore. These random police killings would no longer be surprising news unless the police departments, police chiefs, and oh my God, the Supreme Court listen to the people and make these officers accountable for their crimes. So, what is my opinion about this officer's death? Well, if I wanted to be a prostitute and I have sex with people and I catch AIDS, whose fault is it? The person who gave it to me? Or me from being a prostitute? Think about it. I'm LRJ. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Why? Because you be glad you did. I love you all. Peace.